Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Joku. I know it has been a minute, but I had zero expectations for this team going into this season, and I did not lie to you about that. But at some point throughout this season, Mark Davis decided to grow a pair of balls and do what needed to be done, and fired McShittles and Ziegler, and finally started to put this team going in the right direction. And no, I am not back because I think that this team is going to make the playoffs, and I am sorry to say that, but it's going to take a small fucking miracle for that to happen. Even if we win out, we do not control our own destiny. We need to bank on other teams losing, and that shit never pans out for us. Which sucks because I know we could win these last two games pretty damn easily. I pray every day that this shit pans out and we're able to squeak into that wild card spot, because I will tell you right now, teams that are in the NFL will fear the Raiders if they have to go against them. Our defense, for the first time in a long fucking time, is playing completely lights out football. Picking up dudes like Jack Jones, who's been a complete freak since he's been on this team, and watching dudes like Kuntz finally come into their own, and I told you that kid was going to be a badass, you can go back and check my videos, is crazy to me, because we had one of the worst defense in football, which I was expecting it to be, but ever since AP has taken this team over, we have jumped up into the top 5. That is freaking crazy, and that is why I am out here tonight with a simple message to Mark Davis. Do not fuck this up. You've already done it once in the past. Do not make that same fucking mistake. Let Antonio Pierce and Chip Kelly run this team for at least 2 years. You finally have a coach that your players actually want to play for. That shit hasn't happened since Rich, and you fucking cut his ass loose right at the end of the year. Huge mistake. Don't do it again. Just the roster changes that they've made since they've taken over, especially cutting Marcus Peters, who I fucking hated from the start and never wanted him to be a Raider. I told y'all right off the rip that dude was old, lost the step, and just looking for a fucking paycheck. Regardless of how the remainder of this season plays out, you have to keep these guys around, because right now we have some serious potential moving forward. All we have to do is keep this team as intact as possible moving into next season, and we will make a huge fucking splash. I promise you that. Dudes like Zamir White, who have made me eat every single fucking word I've said about them, I'm happy to say I was completely wrong. That dude has looked fucking stellar over the past couple weeks. Our tight end Mayer, who I knew was going to be a beast, is finally getting the playtime and the action that he deserves. That kid's going to be fucking crazy, I'm telling you right now. We should legitimately be able to keep our entire offensive line together. Only thing we have to do is go out and get a fucking quarterback, and I am sorry to say, but Aiden O'Connell is not it. The kid does have a ton of potential, and maybe in a few years down the road, he will be that guy, but as it stands right now, we need a fucking quarterback, because if you put a solid quarterback on this team, and not all the bullshit that all these fucking idiots are talking about, like, oh, Russell Wilson's gonna come on our team. They just want you to fucking click their video so they can feel like their life actually matters, and it doesn't. They're nothing. They are shock jocks. They are bullshit, and they do not deserve to be any part of the nation. So fuck those dudes. That part of me has not changed. But for everybody else out there who has followed me and is a die-hard Raider fan, let me know if you think I'm right about this, because I want to see these two dudes stay, and I want to see us go out there and either draft a quarterback or bring in a real veteran quarterback and see what the fuck we can do. Or on the flip side, Mark Davis can come in there and fire AP, get rid of Chip Kelly, bring in a whole new fucking regime, we start completely over again, and we sit through another 3 to 4 years of complete bullshit. Don't let that happen. We have an opportunity. Seize the fucking moment. Last but not least, Happy New Year's, Nation. I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas, and I hope 2024 brings you the very best that it can possibly give you. And now that I got my editing software back, hopefully my ass will be back if they don't take this shit away from me again. But until next time, and I do not know when that'll be, but hopefully it'll be soon, and hopefully I'll be able to pull off a fucking live show one day. But until then, peace, Nation. I love y'all.